All right, and time now for better food. What better time? You don't need a time to have good pizza.
No.
Joe, I know you agree. You are a pizza aficionado.
Well, and see, and you even said good pizza, because my belief is there is no such thing as bad pizza, just varying degrees of good.
Yes, you like the deep dish, the Sicilian kind. Well, Chef Plum is joining us now. He's showing us how we can make an easy pizza in our own oven. Thank you, Chef. Hi, we're excited.
Woo.
Hey, Kara, what's happening? How are you? Great to see you again. Joe, nice to meet you for the first time, brother.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You're in luck today because we're talking about pizza, and I know you love pizza. And by the way, I heard just a minute ago about that email saying, Kara, how beautiful she is, and Scott's okay. Joe, I think you look great too, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And you always look great. We have to see what color your mohawk will be each time. But all right, so we're making our own pizza. We don't need to call in an order.
No, that's right. So this week on Seasoned on CT Public, we talked all about pizza, in Connecticut is the pizza. I don't know if you guys realize that. We like one of the pizza capitals of the world,
Yeah.
some of the best pizza in the planet. Now, how can we make pizza at home easily? Now, most people are afraid to make dough. So I thought the first thing I could show you is how to make a great pizza dough really easy at home. All right?
Okay.
Joe, you make pizza dough?
Well, I mean, crust is the thing. You know that, right? If you don't have good crust, you got nothing.
He's got a great point there. Let me show you how to make a really simple one. All you need is 4 ingredients to make a great pizza dough. Let me show you how we're going to do it. We're going to start off with this. I'll use my special, I have my special moving camera here down here. We're going to use just a bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 2 cups of warm water to my bowl. All right. Now, this is the key part here that people, I don't think, understand you have to do. So what I've got is 1 packet of Fleischmann's yeast, right? 1 little packet. So it's easy to have the yeast to put in this water, but the key thing to do, you got to think about that yeast has been sleeping for who knows how long in this pack. We got to wake it up. What's the best way to wake up? Eating. What do yeast eat? Sugar. So I've got a little teaspoon of sugar here I'm just going to put in this bowl. Now, a lot of my pizza aficionado friends all across the state are going to tell me I'm crazy to put sugar in the water. But I like to do this to wake the yeast up. Or in the culinary world, as we call it, bloom the yeast, all right?
Okay.
So I got the sugar in the bowl. I gave it a little mix. I'm going to open up this packet here. Hopefully not my fingers. I'm just going to dump this yeast right into this bowl of water. So what happens is when yeast eats sugar, Kara, we talked about this in the past. Yeast eats sugar and creates carbon dioxide, right? Or basically takes sugar, converts to carbon dioxide is a nice way to say it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in this bowl. It's going to look kind of like this, right? It's going to look kind of weird looking and stuff. But what you want to do is then let this rest, hang out 15 minutes. That's all it needs. So thankfully, as you guys well know, I like to be prepared, have my mise en place. So I had it already done. So as you can see here, it's starting to bloom, right? You see the blooming in there? That's where it forms that foam on top.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's starting to make carbon dioxide, because that foam is just carbon dioxide.
Wow.
So now we're going to take a little bit of flour. This is AP flour. You can use bread flour. You can use double O flour, just flour, white flour.
AP is
And we're gonna put
all-purpose,
this
not
right into this
advanced
bowl.
placement, right?
That's right. Well, it's definitely advanced placement for you, Kara, because you're so far ahead of the game when it comes to making these pizza doughs. I know that for a fact.
All right.
So then what we do is I'm going to add a nice pinch of salt to this. Be healthy, like the salt. Nice, healthy pinch of salt, and we're going to mix that around, right? So basically, you're going to blend these 2 things together in this bowl, and it's going to form a ball and start to pull away from the sides. Once that's done, what you want to do is cover it with a warm towel. You don't even have to cover it, but I like to cover it and create that moisture, create that humidity in the bowl. You're going to mix this together. It starts to form a ball, starts to kind of come together here, as you can see. Pulling away from the sides of the bowl, making a dough. So usually I would actually do this with my hands, because we have the 2 best tools you have in the kitchen you're born with. It's these things right here, hands.
Okay.
Mix this together, starts to pull away from the sides. I'm pushing down as I'm mixing, and it starts to really make a ball. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this dough. I'm going to cover it up with my towel. I'm going to put it behind me for a little bit and let it rest for about 15 minutes or so. Now, this is the key part, letting it rest, because what happens is it comes out looking like this, right? It almost doubles in size.
Okay.
And then once it doubles in size, it's ready to go. You can take this and you can cut this in half easily.
Can you make it the day before if
And then
you're
you
going
have
to come
2
home?
nice sized pizzas. You can, but the key thing to remember with pizza dough is you want to do it at room temperature. Always work with it at room temperature. If it's too cold, it won't stretch. Pizza dough does not like it when it's cold. It likes it when it's warm, just like this. So everybody has those pizza stones in their oven, right? You can get away with not having a pizza stone. If you crank your oven up and then get out this piece of advanced culinary cookware.
All right, I
It's
don't
called a
have a
sheet
pizza
pan or a
stone,
cookie
so I'm
sheet.
glad a cookie sheet will work.
I have one.
Okay.
Of course you do. So a cookie sheet, right? Just put this into your oven on one of the racks upside down at 500 degrees for a few minutes, right? We want it to be flat. That's the whole point. I've got one in the oven right now. I'm going to show you. An easy way to make this pizza at home, you're going to take your dough, roll it out, easily roll it out. You can take some pre-made sauce. We like to use Rouse sauce, a little cheese, a little Parmesan. You're going to pop it right into the oven for about 5-6 minutes, and I'll show you what it comes out looking like. Check this out. Boom. How great does that look? Look at that. Homemade pizza.
Oh, man, he's not here with
Easy, delicious. You get those bubbles on it. But what that sheet pan does is look at the bottom. Look how it's browned on the bottom. Look how it's got those little char marks on the bottom. That's what you want.
Did you
that
grease
char
the
mark
pan?
is what makes this absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you. Ready? Kara, I wish you guys could eat this. Joe, I wish you could eat this with
You
me,
better
but you
believe
can't.
it.
So I'm going to have some pizza.
Delicious.
Piece of cake. Make that dough. It's incredibly easy.
All right, I think the kids would like it. It's like a little science experiment.